You yeah, man. We in there just waiting for my boy to pop in here. I didn't even know it was gonna start. Seemed like it started already matter. But let me get into it, until he come in here. You already know this your boy Hyphen Jers. Thanks for tuning in to Hyphen Eagles. You already know how we going to get started. We about to recap on this Philadelphia and Commanders game that happened recently. And yo, man, it was one of those games that it came out a little to the wire, like and it was one of those games like yo, you was happy that, but like yo, you saw growth and you saw development, but at the same time, it still left you with questions and left you with more to see for the Philadelphia Eagles, like but we got the win, we got the W. That's what's the most important in the whole situation is in the game is getting that win. Like you got as long as you get that win, that's what matters. But I know it does matter of how you do it because you want to make sure you clean up some mistakes and clean up what's we need to get better at and find our identity in dealing with a lot, especially dealing with on the defense side. I know we little injured with a lot of key players out. Asante Mattis and Sidney Brown was out, and we had a little bit of other key players, but like these is first I'm gonna say that boy Joe, they they gotta find somebody to really. I don't know why they not putting Eli Ricks in. I don't know why they not putting them in. But I hopefully going on to this next game we're dealing with playing against the Rams that they will actually put this guy in and give him a chance to show. Because I like what I was seeing with him in the preseason. He seemed like he kind of clutch. Give him you. You're not losing nothing. Like you're really not losing nothing. What are you losing? Because if he go in and he do the same thing with Job, then like ain't ain't no difference. So why not give him a chance to see if he could do better? Because that boy is getting he's getting baby back there. Like they taking a tack on him like, and he needs some help. And so we don't got time for players that need help right now. We need players in there that knows how to come in the clutch on important downs and serious downs. Like and yeah, like that's what we looking for, and that's what it is. Like but that the game was pretty good. It was pretty good to see us on the offense side of us developing it and Brian Johnson making some key play calling, and I saw that like his play, it was his playbook, like basically his calling of what he was putting out there it was a little bit of different from what we was doing on the first three weeks of the game. Like I saw a little, you got a little bit of giving Hurts some time to get that ball out quicker than what he usually was getting the ball out. Certain plays having AJ Brown, Mick going in and doing his cuts and dropping down and getting like positive yardage of 5 or 6 yardage to move the chain. And you know how the receiver is. They're gonna try to gain positive off yardage after catches, like so that would really help us, and like that's what that's what we need to do right now. I feel like we need to dial up some plays to get the ball out and to be able to move the chains and make something, because teams is not, they not playing us like how they try to play us last year. Last year they tried to play us, because they didn't know what they was what was going to be presented to them. But now they know what's going to be presented to them, and like they not. We was getting all those deep balls, all those those balls with AJ Brown and excuse me, Smith and Smitty, and we was getting all those deep balls with them two guys. Like, but they like, nah, we can't let them. They not letting them drop back that easy. Like, they not letting them go down the field that easily. They are covering them pretty well until we make them come down. And when we do that, then that's when it's a numbers game. Like, they drop down, we throw it over. Like, but we gotta make these defense drop down before we try to just doing deep balls and launching the balls and airing it out everywhere. Like, nah, man, do some check downs, get that running game going. And yeah, like, that's what we gotta do. And just to make some key plays and positive yardage. Like, but yo, that's what it is. Like, we have a lot to clean up, man. We got a lot to clean up, but it's still good that even though we're in the process of still having a lot to clean up, we still winning games. Like, so that's to tell you, for us being having a lot to clean up and trying to find ourselves, and we still winning games through all that, man. I give that, you know, an A for effort, and that's what I want to see. Like, but we need to hurry up, and and clean these things up, because we getting closer and closer playing some teams that you know that could put up numbers, and they got pretty good defense. Like, I mean, not too really afraid for the Rams, but they came off with a win, and so we gotta be prepared for them. Like, we gotta come out, having the defense is gonna have to come out a little bit more, better than way more better than what they played last week. And the offense got to continue to step it up and do better. Like, continue. They did better the last week, but they got to continue to do better and step it up a little bit more. But if we could do that, then I'm confident that we could take that win with the Rams. But yeah, I saw the press conference with the side, like, and they didn't really ask important questions that, I feel like a lot of Eagles fans would have wanted to hear, dealing with the coverage plays that he was playing. Like, he was playing a lot of soft coverage. Like, like, I saw one person, they said, uh if the players would have played it any more back from the receivers, they might as well say they watching the game on the side, on a bench. Like, that's how far away they are. Like, so, like, that's how far back, like, soft. That's how soft coverage that he was just playing. Like, I saw a few blitz plays that we did when we felt like we had to, but it was just softball game. Like, with the Commanders, softball game was just giving too many zones, too many holes Terry McLaurin and the other guy was just finding. Like, they were just getting open. Like, it was nothing. Like, he was really, that boy Sam was following these receivers with no problem. Like, they were just like, it was like nobody, just where's the defenders at? Like, they were just too many. We have to, I feel like, to be honest, with the defense we have, I feel like we have to do a little bit more of man, a little bit more man. Depends on it. It don't matter or what formation of man that you want to play in. Far as how I feel about it, but I feel like we need to dial in some defensive plans on man and blitz. Like, get some blitz with man and man, and just to put that pressure on the quarterback, and to give the receivers a chance to be able to, stick with these guys. Like, it's too many zones that don't look like they better playing man, and then they playing these zones because it doesn't look like they experience enough. We already know Bradbury and Slay and all that, but we talking about these other guys. Not really sure they experience enough to be able to play these zone coverages well. Like, they looking like they attendance could be intentionally could be eyeing down the quarterback a little bit too much and losing track of where the receivers is at on the field. Um, which I know you gotta know sometimes keep your eye on the quarterback, but at the same time, um, you got to make sure where the receivers is going to be at. Like, rather the quarterback, especially same how, okay, he was running a little quick. I'm just saying that he's slow, but he don't got speed like these athletic quarterbacks that we know, like Lamar Jackson or 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 Patrick Mahomes or even Jalen Hurts or some other guys like Gino and just Russell Wilson, a little athletic. Like, he's not that athletic, but he do got a little speed on him. Like, I would say Daniel Jones is a little bit more faster than him. Like, but I feel like if he gonna run it and get some yardage, then cool. Long as he don't pass it and get more yardage. Like, keep your eye on the receivers because a lot of times that's what happened. He's how Sam roll out the pocket and it's to extend the play, and like the receivers moving track of the receivers, these corners and everything lost track of these receivers and giving them easy first downs. Like, like, yo, like, I know it's not easy for the defenders to keep track of receivers for so long. That's what any team. But it would just happen a little bit too quick. Like, a little bit too quick. I can understand, like, you know, the blockers was just blocking good, like, and they was like, nah, we was coming at on Sam, but it just he was able to every time he rolled out the pocket, he was able to get that ball and find somebody. Like, a lot of times, sometimes he wasn't, but it was a lot of times he was able to. So we gotta, and then like just regular dealing with a lot of these zone coverage and everything. I saw that it was just more of a times that we like the trying to put in the words that I want to explain it. It was more like the coverage that we was playing on. It had to be like it was more it looked close to like drop back. Like, we wasn't press coverage. Like, like we wasn't like, trying to get them off, like stop them, like put body on these receivers and all that. I don't know if I'm wrong. If you saw it, then forgive me. But based on what I saw, I didn't see really no press coverage. I just saw, just so many so many receivers be able to get off the line a little bit too quick, and to be able to allow uh Sam to get that ball out quick because they was able to get off the line a little bit too quick, and I think that's another little situations that on our defense side we got clean. But um I want to get to the last thing. It was dealing with the coaching. You already know that's I had to end it off with that because that's the main thing. I don't really think my years of being an Eagles fan, I don't really think I ever felt one of the baddest coaching in in the time that I've been a fan. Like, I don't think that really had me frustrated to the point I'm like, what is they doing? Like, you trying to kill the clock and you passing the ball. Why you're not running the ball? Like, you have DeAndre Swift, who's been clutch for the past 2 weeks. Past 2 weeks, he been clutch. How you're not running the ball on that time? Like, what are you doing? And then when you're supposed to pass, you run it. Like, what was the calling for Kenneth Gainwell to actually run on a third down? Like, it was a third down. I forget. I think it was that third and six. It had to been one of those. Like, and you running with Kenneth Gainwell, and he almost fumbled the ball. Like how you how you I don't get it. What was that play caller? What was you trying to do? Like, I would have thought that we would have went do a passing, trying to get at least close. Maybe that's what he thought he could get at least close to the what's the name. We would gonna go for go for it on fourth down. Maybe that's what he was thinking. But to the side though, I would have think that you'd have had a better running play going towards, between the tackles and doing inside zone running play or whatever. Like, you know, um, something to hurry up to punch it in to get some yardage. But I just think we should have passed it on that down. But then at the end of the game, you you're passing it constantly when you could have just ran it. You got fresh you got a whole new fresh set of downs, and you're still passing it. Like, run it. All we have to do is get to the field goal range. That's all we had to do is get in field goal range. We had nothing but time. It's overtime. It's OT. Why not? And before I even get to that, before we even get to OT, why you didn't just run the ball? I don't know. It's a little bit of things against dealing with if that was Brian Johnson play calling or did Hurts audible that play, and instead of running it, he did a pass because it's something he saw and scored, which it was good because he saw something good to score. But if we would have just ran the clock down, kicked the field goal there, and gave maybe the Commanders, I believe they had one more timeout. Maybe it's because Commanders would have had a little bit of time left, but it would have been nothing. With no timeout, there would have been nothing they could do marching down the field, so would have gave them no chance. But, I don't know. I don't know if that was Brian Johnson on call on that or that was Jalen Hurts, but we should have just run the time down on that. But it didn't. We got a score, gave them the defense didn't do their job, and gave them the tie to score back. But we go on OT. The defense stopped them. We get the ball with good enough time, and you telling me we doing way more pass plays than running plays. Like, how does that work? Like, how does that happen? Like, I don't get that play calling. Like, and then especially when we are close to field goal range. We just need a couple more yards. All we first set it downs. All we gotta do is just run it. And they was having a hard time stopping Swift. And Kenny Gainwell too, but it was mainly Swift. So we could have ran the ball, got close instead of risking a intentional interception to give them a chance. Why not run it? I understand you trust in Hurts, and which I trust too, that he did a clean game, but at the same time, it just makes more sense to run it because it almost cost us. Us throwing that ball, you saw it moved us back. It was great. It was a relief when I saw him pass that ball to Smitty. I'm like, all right, we back in field goal range. Like, yo, we was about to give them another chance. Like, come on, the play calling gotta be better. I don't know even what hurts him if he audible and is doing that. I don't know, but it just gotta be better. Like, we can't go in this Rams game doing that same type of, mistakes and decision makings and callings. Like, we gotta come in with a clean game all around. That's what the coaches and the players got to have a clean game and dial up something for this Rams game. We're gonna be back in with dealing with how we feel about the Rams. But yeah, man, I just wanted to speak and give you my feeling of what I felt on that Commanders. We did good. I like us what I saw, but we just need more though. We need more. It does show that we can win with adversity and playing behind the stakes, that we could come back, and that's good because we need to get used to that. We need to that. So I guess it's a good thing because of when we come, the teams that we going to play with, the Dolphins, the Chiefs, the 49ers, the Cowboys, even Geno Smith, like, like we're gonna have to be prepared and know how to face the adversity. And I think we getting that out the way now. But yo, yeah, man, it was a good game though. Like we always know, the rivals and division games is always the toughest. They play their hardest, and so that's what it is. Like, but want to see more development and more progress going into next week. And yeah, if you watching me from different platforms, this is what you can follow me at. This is what it is. I don't know. I thought my boy was gonna jump in. Maybe he got caught up in some, but we're gonna come with another video. You already know what it is, So yeah, man. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching Hyphen. I'm your boy Hyphen Jers. Thanks for tuning in, Hyphen Eagles Bird Gang. I'm out.